So these are the materials you'll need: cardboard, egg carton flowers, which I showed you in a previous video, and I'm going to be using crepe paper instead of beads for my flowers, scissors, glue stick, white glue, as well as hot glue, and some gems. And these are some printed out quotes, you could say, that I have that I'm going to be using for this design. You'll also need a scale and a pencil, as well as construction paper, paint. I forgot to mention, as well as using this white color paint, as well as this yellow ochre color. You'll also need a palette and a paintbrush. If you want, you can use a little bit of water to help mix the colors together. So for the egg carton flowers, what you're going to do is take the crepe paper, and I'm going to be taking my glue stick, and you're basically going to put glue in the middle right here, and you're going to take a small part, okay, and just scrunch it up of the crepe paper and put it in the middle like this. Now, if you don't like that idea, then you could always take some white, brown paint or yellow and put it in the middle of the flower. Or you could do the old bead idea that I showed you in the previous video. Anything that works for you, go ahead and do it. So now, just like that, I'm going to cover all the flowers with the crepe paper in the middle. Now that we're done with the flowers, we're going to move on to the next step. So now what you're going to do is take your scale, pencil, and cardboard, and you're going to draw a frame. And we're going to cut out pretty much this inside right here. So now we're going to take our cardboard, scale, and pencil, and we're going to make a frame. So starting off, you can choose however much width you need for your frame. I'm just going to go for this much, and then draw a line. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. As well as the top part here. Oh dear. Here it is. I'm not sure if you can properly see it. Now we're going to cut this out. So now we're going to take our scissors, and I'm basically just going to stab this and pretty much kind of like make a hole so that, you know, I can cut out the frame. And so here we go. So this is the method I use to cut out. I don't know if there's an easier method. I kind of find this easier for me, that you just make a hole at some point anywhere and just kind of go inside and cut it. So yeah. I'm going to use a stronger pair of scissors because those did not work for me. Is a little hard to work with. So when you're coming towards the edges, obviously you have to be careful. You can kind of like go randomly and play in this area, but you got to be very careful when it comes to the actual part, which is these lines that you're going to be cutting for anything actually. So I'm just going to be careful while we do this. And also make sure that we don't hurt ourselves either while we're working. This is just like a recycled cardboard piece. I'm not using anything special, in case you're wondering. All right. So this is, I'm not sure if you can see it in camera. Hold on. So this is how it looks like. And this is the exact paper that I'm going to be basically putting it underneath. Once we're kind of just done with the sides and everything. So yeah. So now that we're done with the frame, we're going to continue painting it. I've mixed my two colors and we're just going to continue painting it. Just a reminder, put two paper or a sheet or something underneath so that you don't spoil your table. And now you're basically just going to paint the entire frame. If it looks kind of weird after giving just one coat, you could give it several coats after, once you're satisfied with how it looks. I'm just going to use my finger to smooth it out, because with the paintbrush I can actually see there's some like gaps and stuff, so I wanted to just use my finger for the final touch. This, and just spread it. You can do this by wearing gloves. I don't have any plastic ones, so I'm not going to be using them. Once you're done painting the frame, you're just going to leave it for a few hours to dry. So this is how the frame looks like after we are done painting it. I've given it, I think, about 2 or 3 coats, and I've let it dry overnight. Now we're going to move on to the next step, which is basically taking 2 construction paper, or you can use 1 construction paper. I'm going to go for this 2 type 1. You can do whatever you like. So basically we're going to take our 2 construction paper and we're going to glue it to the other side. It's a very messy side, I know, but no one's going to see that because I'm going to stick it after, hopefully. So no one's really going to see the back. Okay, so like this, we're going to stick it. You can take your hot glue or white glue. Oh dear. Okay, I'm going to go for the white glue. Just going to put it to the sides. Like that. Okay. And then you're going to take your construction paper and smooth it out like this. So we put our first construction paper on, and I'm just going to cut off the excess. Okay, just to the side, and then we're going to do the other side with just putting glue. Now we're going to take our paper, put it on top. And then you're going to flip it. Okay. I'm just going to remove it, the excess like this. Okay. And now we're going to do the same thing, which we're going to cut the excess off. So this is how it looks like. Now we're going to move on to the next step, where we're going to stick our quotes. So now we're going to stick the quotes. So you can choose any quotes you like, and we're just going to glue them. So we're gonna I'm gonna be sticking them slant ways like this. and basically just stick all the quotes. Alright, so now that we're done with that, we're going to stick the flowers all over the frame. Alright, so now we're basically just going to stick the flowers. You're going to take your hot glue, put it on the flower, and stick it like this. And do it for all the other flowers. For the final part, which is the gems part, you can do this if you like, or if you don't want to add it and you think it's just fine like that, that is also alright. So you're going to take your gem, put glue at the back, and carefully put it on to your piece, like that. And just like that, you're basically going to stick, you can put it randomly anywhere, or if you want to go in like a pattern, you can do it like that. I'm just gonna try stick it randomly everywhere. So this is the final look. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this idea and whether you tried it or not. Do give this video a like and share it with your friends and family. I'll see you in the next video.